Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Hubar begins now.
Good evening, everyone. Southern Cross Care residents are outraged and calling for legislative change after some fees were raised by more than 50% at one facility. The organisation is defending the move, claiming the increase is necessary. Otherwise, the facility won't be operational in a decade.
Pensioners already feeling the pinch. Southern Cross Care increasing its daily maintenance fee by $7 has really packed a punch.
The daily maintenance fee has gone from $5,300 a year to nearly $8,030 a year. That is a 51.3% increase in the fee, which we do not believe is justified.
The reason we did that is because year on year, going back to 2018, we've experienced significant operating losses at the village.
The incremental increase putting residents in a difficult position.
We will no longer be able to afford private health insurance. We can't have both.
All 13 of the organisation's facilities receiving some sort of increase, they say, based on CPI and operating losses.
I understand and respect that the residents are angry, that they're concerned about the $7 increase. 50% seems like a lot of money. It's $7, and we had to pass it on. It's either that or those villages won't exist in a decade's time.
The group of residents calling on the state government to change the Retirement Village Act legislation, which vaguely says increases should not be beyond reasonable levels, claiming it's contrary to mainland acts.
You could nearly drive a bus through some holes in the Tasmanian Act, and that's why we're calling on our politicians to please help us. Please look closely at the Act, compare it with other states, and please look to a review of it.
The group wrote to all Tasmanian politicians last year. So far, just 2 of the 50 have responded. The state government also confirmed it had received the letter and would reply in due course. The state government also added it's a federal government responsibility to ensure the facilities are properly funded.
We genuinely care about the residents, and we don't want to see anyone have to move out of the village because of financial hardship.
In regard to the fee increase, it may not be illegal, but it is certainly immoral.
Talia Jordan, 7 Tasmania News.
Sadly, 5 Tasmanians have died from COVID this week. The numbers show there are 77 people in hospital with the virus, 32 being treated specifically. 2 of those are in ICU, with one of those a new admission. A Kingston man has had his iPhone to thank for a rapid response to emergency services to a crash. Emergency services responded to a single vehicle crash at Allens Rivulet last night after the driver's serious crash detection alert was activated and contacted Tasmania Police. The 18-year-old was strapped inside the vehicle with non-life-threatening injuries to his arm. He was flown to the Royal Hobart Hospital. Across the river from Macquarie Point lies another of Tasmania's great undeveloped sites. There's been little movement at Kangaroo Bay since owners Shambroad purchased it in 2017, but one Tasmanian artist has a bold vision.
Development is dragging on at Kangaroo Bay, and performer John X has an idea to invigorate Bellreeve's foreshore, a 1,500-seat theatre.
For these producers who I talk to all the time, who want to bring shows like Frozen, like Hamilton, like Moulin Rouge to places like Tasmania, they need to be able to get in and get out in a short space of time.
If you're looking to put on a show in Hobart, there aren't a lot of options.
We did Rocky Horror a few years ago, and we had to run for 5 weeks at the Theatre Hall, which seats 700 people, and that's at full capacity. That's even all the bad seats filled.
The stage is also too small for most touring sets. Other venues don't have stage wings or are even smaller. An entertainment precinct is slated to surround a Mac Point stadium, but nothing's set in stone. Currently, a hotel is planned for Kangaroo Bay, but there's been little action since it was bought by Chinese developers Shambroad in 2017. Last month, a new proposal was rejected by the council, and the company agreed to consult with the community.
Shambroad have actually approached council in recent days seeking an extension to their time. That's something that will be considered at our next council meeting on the 16th of January.
Shambrod says it would enable a robust and credible community engagement process to be undertaken. The land could be returned to public hands. The council still has a buyback clause it can use before April 12. Whatever happens with Shambrod's proposal, though, the Mayor says he'd love to see a theatre somewhere on the eastern shore.
Clarence is brimming with culture, let me assure you, and this would further enhance the cultural draw card, not only for Clarence residents but all Tasmanians.
Setting the stage for new developments. Josh Duggan, 7 Tasmania News.
And the Hobart International's ball kids are now ready for a big week of tennis. Each one was presented with their event hats this morning. They have a number of duties on court, which range from retrieving balls to assisting players.
It's exciting to be really close up to the players and be with your friends and doing the experience.
I love tennis. It's fun because it's more exciting and it gets really fun.
World number 59 Claire Lou, herself a former ball kid, was on hand passing on a few tips.
I mean, you get to watch amazing tennis right from the court. I think it's one of the best seats.
The first round gets underway on Monday. One of the strongest ever Tasmanian contingents is headed to the National Futsal Championships. The state has at least one team playing in every age and gender category at the event in Sydney.
I think there's just more interest in kids wanting to participate at a higher level, and so our focus is to try to develop kids into quality players, but also give them a good experience as well.
The championships are being held from January 13 to 18. In the BBL now, and the Hobart Hurricanes are looking to get their campaign back on track with a win over the Melbourne Renegades tonight. Both sides took to Marvel Stadium around half an hour ago, with the winner to be inside the BBL's top 5 by the end of the night. Batting first, the Canes have made a slow start to the match. A short time ago, the Hurricanes were 4 for 96 after 12 overs. And the Jack Jumpers are locked in battle with Melbourne United at MyState Bank Arena. Matt Kenyon and Sam McDaniel will return from injury, giving the JJs a full-strength side for the first time this season. But Melbourne are also playing their strongest team yet. A short time ago, United led 66-61 close to three-quarter time. The Jack Jumpers will travel to Illawarra to take on the Hawks on Tuesday. To tennis, and the only two-time winner of the Hobart International is back in town, looking to add a third crown to her trophy cabinet. Elise Martin's campaign will start against a qualifier as all players found out their path to the title this afternoon.
Spending her Saturday in the traditional tourist way, Elise Merton's preparation for the Hobart International took a backseat for a brief moment in Salamanca.
I didn't expect it to be so busy, but I mean, that's a good thing, so we can see what's around here and everything, and I bought some peanut butter.
She's buttered up the crowd already, winning the tournament in 2017 and 2018, becoming a fan favourite in the process. The city one of her favourite stops on the tour.
It always has a good feeling to be back and to play on the centre court where I won my first WTA title, so only good vibes.
The number 2 seed's bid for a third crown will start against a qualifier, with the draw made this afternoon. Egypt's Maya Sharif also has the same start and won't be taking whoever she plays lightly.
They have rhythm, they've already got the rhythm on the courts, with the balls, with the wind, and it's not easy to play against someone like that.
Elsewhere, number 1 seed Marie Buskova will face Romanian Jacqueline Christian. Drawcard Sloane Stephens also starts against a qualifier, while Aussie Talia Gibson has a tough first-round clash, facing last year's Wimbledon semi-finalist Tatjana Maria.
It's going to be some quality matches, and these are top 100 players who are going to be playing in just a bit over a week's time at the Australian Open.
John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
Good evening, everyone. 24 degrees in Hobart today, Launceston 22 and 20 in Burnie and Devonport. Across the state, Scotts Peak again saw the top of 28 degrees, 26 in Ouse, Grove 24, Strawn reaching 23, 22 on King Island and in Friendly Beaches, and Flinders Island and Smithton 21. Mostly cloudy across Tasmania this morning, however the cloud gradually contracted to the north and east coast during the day. Further out, a large area of cloud covers central Australia. The monsoon trough remains active over tropical north, while patchy low-level cloud covers the southern coast of Western Australia and eastern New South Wales. Tomorrow, a ridge of high pressure is weakening over the state as a trough approaches from the west. Troughs and lows continue to affect northern and central Australia. Northeasterly winds tomorrow 15 to 25 knots, reaching up to 30 knots about the northwest during the day. And there is a strong wind warning current for the far northwest coast. Sunny and 26 in Hobart tomorrow, Richmond 29, 31 degrees in Ouse. 26 and partly cloudy in Launceston, Devonport and Deloraine both 22. 19 degrees in Burnie tomorrow, sunny and 27 in Strawn, Curry reaching 23. And in the east 22 in St Helens, cloud clearing and 24 in Swansea and Whitemark 23. And the UV tomorrow remains extreme 12s across the state with sunrise expected at 5:45 a.m. On Monday, showers developing about the southwest during the morning, extending to southern, eastern and central areas. Isolated showers on Tuesday about northern and central areas. And on Wednesday, fine, apart from the chance of showers about higher ground in the northwest. Sunny and 31 in Perth tomorrow, 37 in Adelaide, Melbourne and Canberra both sunny, Sydney 25 and 31 in Cairns and Darwin. Currently Hobart sunny and 21 degrees, mostly sunny and 21 in Launceston and Devonport, mostly sunny and 18, and Lou, some warm days ahead.
Isn't it just lovely? Thank you for that, Chelsea. That's all your news for this Saturday evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow.